Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss any video lesson from Rouse IAS Study Circle. Hello and welcome to the Quality Improvement Program for the Mains Examination of 2020. In this discussion, we'll be taking up an important theme from the Mains Examination point of view in the General Studies Paper 3 under the topic Economic Development. And we will be covering this theme in a question-answer format similar to the way in which UPSC asks question in the Mains Examination. So the theme that we have chosen here is from the recommendations of the Dalwai panel and which was related to improvement of extension services in the agricultural sector. So let us try and understand this important theme for us from the mains examination point of view. So in this regard, the question reads, the research and development outputs would be futile if they do not reach the farmers. In this regard, discuss the importance of agricultural extension for bringing about a shift from input intensive to knowledge intensive agriculture. And this question is again for 10 marks and you have to write the answer in 150 words word limit. So during this discussion, we'll be first looking at the importance of this theme for us from the mains examination of 2020 and also how to decode such kinds of questions in the real mains examination. After that, we will look at a sample answer which can be written in the mains examination regarding such kinds of questions. So as far as the syllabus is concerned, we all know that agriculture is one of the important topics in General Studies Paper 3. And this paper includes different aspects of agriculture, which include the transportation, marketing, irrigation or storage, etc. and different types of systems of agriculture. And as such, agricultural extension becomes an important theme in the General Studies Paper 3. Again, if you look at the previous year question papers analysis, you will find that agriculture is one of the important themes that is asked in the General Studies Paper 3 in the mains examination. And this is clearly visible from the graph that is present here, that questions have been asked regularly from this theme in the mains examination in General Studies Paper 3. So this theme becomes important for us from the exam point of view because higher weightage is being given to the Indian agriculture in the mains examination in General Studies Paper 3. Secondly, we note that the government has been focusing on promoting scientific approach in agriculture, and accordingly, extension services are one of the key pillars of promoting scientific approach in agriculture. Thirdly, we all know that the government's focus is on doubling the farmer's income, and finally, the government also aims at promoting knowledge-based agriculture. And because of all these parameters, the agricultural extension services become very important theme for the mains examination point of view. So after understanding the importance of this theme, let us try and decode this question from the mains examination point of view. So first and foremost part is reading the question multiple times and understanding the requirement of the question. So it reads, the research and development outputs would be futile if they do not reach the farmers. So it is talking about the constraint in the reach of the research and development that is being carried out in agriculture in reaching the farmers at the ground level. And in this regard, this question requires us to discuss the importance of agricultural extension services in bringing this shift from input intensive to knowledge intensive agriculture. That is, it requires us to highlight the importance of increasing the reach of research and development to the farmers on the ground level. So here we have clearly outlined the keywords and the subparts of this question. And in this question, the basic premise is that the research and development outputs are not reaching the ground level to the farmers. So in this regard, we need to highlight the importance of agricultural extension services in making or increasing the reach of research and development to the farmers on the ground. And finally, the most important part in this question is understanding the question tag clearly. So we see that the question tag here is discuss. So it means writing about a topic in detail, taking into account different issues or ideas. And in this, you need to support the arguments or points with evidence by highlighting relevant facts and figures. So let us look at a sample answer after decoding this question from the mains examination perspective. So after decoding the question, the next most important part in answer writing is the structure that you need to use in writing the answers in mains examination. So in this, you can use the standard of introduction, body and conclusion part. And in this question, in the introduction part, you can define what is meant by agricultural extension and its importance. In the body part, you can highlight why agricultural extension should be knowledge intensive. And in the conclusion part, you can focus on agricultural extension as a critical input for agriculture. So after decoding the question and looking at one of the sample approaches, let us look at a sample answer that can be written in the mains examination related to such kind of questions. So in the introduction part, you can always define the agricultural extension services, and in this you can write the agricultural extension refers to empowering the farmers through sharing information, knowledge, technology, skills, farm management practices, etc. So basically it aims at empowering the farmers through sharing of information. And this information can be related to knowledge, technology, skills, farm management practices, and better practices for the agricultural management. Second part that you can write in this introduction is that in order to enable them to realize higher incomes on a sustainable basis. So this is also one of the aims of agricultural extension services. And it takes through the agricultural research institutes, the Krishi Vigyan Kendras, and also through the agricultural technology marketing agencies. So here we have also defined as to which agencies are involved in such agricultural extension services or in the sharing of information related to the agricultural practices, knowledge, technology, etc. So you can see that in the introduction part, we have clearly touched different aspects of agricultural extension services. And this should be our approach in writing answers in the mains examination by touching different kind of things in short and succinct sentences. So after looking at the introduction, in the body part, you can write that the agricultural extension has played a key role in the success of Green Revolution. However, it has led to input intensive agriculture, and hence renewed thrust on knowledge-based extension would modernize the agriculture and make it more scientific, which will lead to enhanced income levels. So in this, we have already highlighted the success story of these extension services in the Green Revolution. However, there was one issue with the Green Revolution related extension services, that it led to input intensive agriculture. And accordingly, now we highlight that there is a need for renewed thirst on knowledge-based extension services, which will ultimately lead to modernization of agriculture and will lead to adoption of scientific approach. And ultimately, all these are aimed at doubling the farmer's income. And how this can be done? So first is the empowering of the farmers with information related to each stage of agricultural cycle. Second is bridging the two gaps. First is the best scientific practices and second is the best field practices. Third important aspect is that it can lead to promotion of technological adoption by the small and marginal farmers. It can enhance the input use efficiency. It can make the agriculture more climate resilient, and you can increase the reach of the concepts like the zero budget natural farming, the conservation agriculture framework of the Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations. Also, it can lead to promotion of diversification on agriculture. It can lead to adoption of precision agriculture, and also it can help in post-harvest value addition. Further, the extension services can help in communicating the benefits of developmental programs that are being run by the government. And finally, it can provide the psychological counseling to the agricultural farmers. So these are some of the benefits of the agricultural extension services that are likely to promote scientific approach in the agriculture and will lead to modernization. And ultimately, it is all aimed at increasing the farmers' income. And finally, in the conclusion part, you can highlight that the government's strategy of doubling the farmers' income should consider extension as a critical input and give it due emphasis. Further, as recommended by Dalwai panel, there is a need to promote public-private partnership in agricultural extension. And Dalwai panel was formed by the Government of India for doubling the farmers' income, and this was one of the important recommendations of Dalwai panel for improving the agricultural extension services, which can play a key role in doubling the farmers' income. So after looking at a sample structure, let us look at the important aspects of answer writing. First is the relevancy of the answer that you write to the question that has been asked and about which we have already discussed. Second important aspect is the answer enrichment points, and in this you should make use of key terms and subject vocabulary and also highlight the recommendations of important commissions and reports by the Government of India. For example, in this answer we have made use of Dalwai panel's recommendation for doubling the farmers' income and the role that can be played by the agricultural extension services in doubling the farmers' income. Second aspect of answer writing is the presentation of the answer, and in that you need to write the answer in a structured way by using introduction, body and conclusion, about which we have already discussed. Second part is the presentation part. In this, you can make use of headings, points, subpoints, as well as flowcharts. And finally, the language and the grammar should be simple and succinct so that it makes it easy for the examiner to understand what you have written in the real mains examination. And last but not the least, you need to focus on the word limit. And in this regard, we have written this sample answer in 180 words.